it's indeed my privilege and pleasure to be here today. I keep on coming to this institute very often because I passed out from here. But today is a very special occasion, Dr. Sheth. I grew up reading some of the articles and work from you, and it is indeed pleasure and honor to be here today for Doctoral Consortium. I'd like to thank Piyush as well as Dheeraj, and it was great honor to meet Professor Ashish Nanda at Bombay, and we said that we'd like to contribute in a small way whatever we can do to the institute. It's indeed honor to be here. I grew up in this institute with marketing function, and when I passed out in 1977, Professor Sheth, marketing was the key function in the institute, and we used to say business has got two fundamental functions, marketing and innovation. But over the years, if I see, the role of marketing in strategy has declined hell of a lot, and that is what I see in the organizations over the years. Marketing is not the main agenda, and marketing, which is supposed to adapt to the business reality, over the years has narrowed down further and further, and it has become more of research, advertising, selling, market research, and hence, if we see the market research in this overall context, that will make fundamental sense. So when we are talking of relevance of market research, it has to be looked into the overall way the world is moving. I'll give you some examples from healthcare industry. I've been part of the healthcare industry for last 35 years. The whole environment of healthcare industry is undergoing a fundamental change. When I started 35 years back, we used to talk only of doctors, marketing the products, segmentation, targeting, positioning. That was the whole area. But if I look last 3 years, the whole world has changed. Unless I understand the role of government in policy making, pricing, this whole reality does not stand anywhere. Unless I understand legal environment, the whole marketing does not make any sense. All of us have heard about what has happened to Glaxo in China. Unless I understand the compliance parameters, the whole thing does not make sense. We have heard about Ranbaxy, what has been happening of quality control parameters. So the whole research, the whole marketing has to look into more integrated way than what it is. Point number one. Point number two is, as a pharma industry, as a healthcare industry, we spend around $1 billion for developing any products. And we come out with products which the world has not seen in the past. And how do you do the research of these products? Some of the products, like say, Pfizer came out with a product for erectile dysfunction. How do you calculate the market for Viagra, and how do you decide the strategy? I used to deal with Brufen, you asked about it, ibuprofen. I used to market at 1 rupee a tablet for treatment of arthritis and pain. And I come out with a biological which changes the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. It stops the degeneration process, and we are marketing the same product at 2 lakh rupees a treatment per year. So the whole dimension, because the disease parameter changes hell of a lot. So if we start looking at the market, at the consumer, from a past point of view, because many of the times the marketing people, if I ask marketing people, how do you price Humira, which is the #1 global product in the world, and this is $10 billion product at this particular moment, and we ask marketing people, how do you price this product, how do you research this molecule? They said Brufen is priced at ₹1 tablet. Can you price at 4 rupees? If you were to price at 4 rupees, the whole world would have gone, because that was priced at 2 lakh rupees, and how do you get to that particular product, which changed the way the disease is treated, because rheumatoid arthritis, it is a degenerative process, and many of the people who suffer from rheumatoid arthritis in US or Europe, it keeps on making it more paralytic, and you come out with a product which changes the dimension. So yes, there is the importance of research, but there is also importance of entrepreneur decision making, and there is an importance of how do we look at the business in a more holistic way. This conference becomes very, very important. We are talking of marketing in emerging markets, very, very different compared to, say, the issues which we are challenged with as far as Indian market is concerned. I will give you an example. It's like, say, Kerala, in terms of healthcare profile, is more closer to Switzerland and Germany than Bihar, because Bihar, in terms of healthcare parameters, is totally different. The average age in Bihar will be around 60 years, whereas in Kerala is more than 80 years. The healthcare parameters are so different. So how do you keep those challenges and start magnifying the issues based on selective basis. The problem at the, and maybe market research is important. I will give some examples of the research which we have done, which is great kind of research. The research which we have done is not a great kind of research. Most of the problem, many of the times happen, the problem definition is not right. We want to do research to support the decisions which we have already taken. Many of the times, we are not bothered about the market research methodology, which is very important in Indian context, which target group, what kind of questionnaire, what kind of issues you want to address through this research. And many of the times when we do the research, at the end of the day, we find out that the whole target group which we wanted to do the research is totally ridiculous. And the outcome it is like garbage in and garbage out. And the whole faith of the practitioners on research, and particularly the chief executives, goes down. Many of the times we tend to interpret the research from the person who is doing the research instead of from the consumer point. And that is a skill perhaps we have forgotten in most of the business schools. We tend to look more at the screen than the face of the customer, and we have stopped listening what the customer is saying. And perhaps that becomes very important, spending time with the customers. And what we are saying in our organization, spend more time with the customers, even from chief executive point of view, so you understand it much better. I'll give examples of two kind of research which we did it right. One research and one research we didn't do right. I will start with the research which are combination of two insulins, because if I look back, a diabetic patient take multiple injections, he take multiple products at the same time, and we went to the doctors, we wanted to test the product concept. We went to the doctors, top doctors of the country, endocrinologists in large cities, Bombay, Calcutta, Delhi, Madras, Kerala, and we asked them, will they be interested in this product and whether it will make the difference. Combination product, if we combine a fast-acting and intermediate-acting insulins, which are to be taken separately, if we offer those combination products. Everyone said no. They said no because they said, I'm an endocrinologist. I decide what patient has to take. It is not that if I tell them take fixed dose, then where is my role? I have to change the dosage every time. 1 week this dosage, second week different dosage, so I will decide. Nonetheless, we said that we'll launch this product because the pain point of patient is he's taking number of injections and multiple injections, multiple doses. So if I combine and give the concept, and convenience is a very important thing for any diabetic patient, which perhaps the doctor was not understanding. He didn't see from patient point of view. He was seeing more from his practice point of view. We didn't do patient research. We did the research with top doctors, whereas the patient, that was a problem. So many of the times in pharmaceutical industry, we are so much product focused, we forget what will make difference to the patient. We launched this product. It is among the largest selling product in India. We do around 500 crore rupees of business. It changed the way diabetes is treated. Based on that, we developed pens today. Previously, we have to go to compounder. Now we don't have to go to compounder. We have come out with insulin devices which even a blind man can take it, because just by the tick of the sound, because convenience is very important. So the problem with this research was wrong target group. We didn't go to the right set of customers, and we started driving the conclusions. We debated a hell of a lot for 6 months whether we should launch it or not. Finally, someone said, let's take a chance. What will happen? So the entrepreneurship becomes very important. Second is a good kind of research which we have done. And world over, access is a very important issue in healthcare. And when we were talking to policy makers in healthcare offices in government, everyone says that the pricing of medicine is very high in this country. And the whole issue has been on pricing. We said that access is not only pricing, but when you keep on talking to the government, they don't realize. They say that it is ulterior motive as far as the industry is concerned. We got all over the world data from all the countries around the world that India's price are 125th price of the world. It didn't work. Then we said that let's do a research, involve the government, 15,000 households, cities and rural places, around 40 cities around the country. We came out with with research report. It said that access is a multifactorial problem with database. There has to be infrastructure for healthcare. Doctors have to be there first. Second, the governance of doctors and must have to be there, because if the infrastructure is there, but if the doctors are not there or the machinery is not there, pricing comes later, because there has to be some doctor who has to prescribe certain medicine. But if the doctor itself is not there, the medicine will not make the difference. So the issue was it has to be supported, and when everyone saw it, now in many parts of the country we realize that the access is a multifactorial issue. Professor Sheth, we were talking about it. Still we have to go a long way, but there was the beginning of this work which has been done. Last point, what I will say is, what we have been seeing in the industry is the concept of customer in the boardroom. In fact, Professor Jain takes that all of us have to be there at the market in the customer places. And if the chief executive, everyone is committed to that research and customer insights, it can make the difference. I'll give the example of Abbott. Chief executive of Abbott, we did a number of studies about Indian market, that India is a very exciting market in the world. The chief executive of Abbott, my wife, he decided to come to India. He went to the houses. He went to the pharmacy places. And he said, compared to China, India is the market. And we decided, we bought, and the issue in India is the access of medicine, affordable medicine. We bought the Pharma business at $3.7 billion, the highest investment in this country. It was his commitment, and primarily he was talking of ethnographic research. Go and see, observe for yourself. Biggest investment in this country, and we are proud of the fact that, yes, research is very, very important, but it has to be backed with right kind of problem definition, right kind of methodology to give the right kind of answers. Thank you very much.